Millions of young adults entered the workforce right as generative AI became widely accessible. This timing created an immediate collision between careers and automated technology. According to recent Gallup data, nearly half of working Gen Zers, 48%, believe the risks of AI in the workplace outweigh its potential benefits. Survey data shows young workers expect automated tools to wipe out the entry-level corporate jobs that usually serve as stepping stones, and 80% fear that relying on these tools will make it harder to learn necessary skills on the job. Yet, their behavior tells a different story. A full 97% of surveyed employees report they have actively consulted ChatGPT for workplace advice instead of going to their human boss. This chart compares trust levels between artificial intelligence and human managers across different generations. Looking specifically at Gen Z, 41% of these workers state they trust AI more than they trust human beings. This reliance on digital tools over people has altered how young professionals handle daily challenges. Working from their bedrooms or isolated setups, they bypass coworkers and direct supervisors entirely when they run into problems. They are secretly confiding in the exact machine they fear will take their livelihoods. This points to a deeper fracture in the modern office environment. The shift to remote and hybrid work left behind empty physical spaces and severed the traditional pathways of in-person mentorship. Young workers missed out on informal coaching and the ability to walk up to senior staff. Instead of casual hallway conversations, communication became mediated through screens. A grid of faces on a scheduled call acts as a rigid barrier to asking quick, low-stakes questions. The psychological toll of this isolation is measurable. Survey data reveals that 83% of Gen Z experience high anxiety when they simply need to ask a question at work. To cope, young workers have adopted the AI boss model. They are turning to conversational chatbots to bypass human management for guidance and decision-making help they once expected from leadership. Moving work out of the office stripped away the psychological safety young professionals require to communicate openly with leadership. This logic tree shows the perceived consequences of asking for help. According to survey data, 57% of employees avoid going to management because they fear active retaliation for asking the wrong question. Following that same human interaction path, another 38% choose to bypass their managers because they are terrified of appearing incompetent to their superiors. The alternative path offers immediate relief. AI is instant and completely incapable of passing human judgment, offering a safe space to ask seemingly foolish questions at any hour of the day. The contrast in support is stark. Nearly half of surveyed workers report that ChatGPT has been more emotionally supportive than their actual human managers. Gen Z fears AI's macroeconomic threat to their jobs, but they trust it interpersonally because it provides the psychological safety human managers have failed to deliver. This reliance comes with a hidden cost. By consistently outsourcing difficult or awkward interactions to algorithms, young professionals are operating on autopilot. Sidestepping these moments degrades the organic development of crucial soft skills. They lose the chance to practice teamwork, navigate conflict resolution, and refine nuanced communication. This behavioral deficit is colliding with a labor market shift where automated systems absorb routine tasks, forcing millions into more complex roles. Estimates suggest that roughly 7 million workers currently in lower wage brackets will be forced to transition into entirely new, complex occupations as automation continues. Surviving this transition requires high levels of social and emotional intelligence, traits that machines cannot replicate. The irony is severe. The exact interpersonal skills Gen Z workers are currently avoiding by hiding behind AI are the only skills that will keep them employable in a highly automated future. Many workers are aware of this vulnerability. Data shows 63% of Gen Z recognize the gap and actively want dedicated soft skill training from their employers. With a majority of Gen Z already asking for this training, the focus is shifting toward workplace cultures that protect the space for human judgment and genuine professional growth.